guys, it is coffee time. It's so really hot. It is taking a while for this to cool down. I've been sitting here going because I like to start coffee time at a moment when I can actually drink the coffee. Where I can actually drink the coffee. You don't need to know it fell. It's not a big deal. Anywho. Yeah, we're at the threshold temperature right now. It could be too hot, but it's not. It's sitting right here. Anywho, so today was kind of fun because Ro and I went to a fabric store because I needed a rotary cutter and she needed a ribbon. She needed like a thick black ribbon. So we were like, let's go to a fabric store! And we were walking up and down the aisles and looking at fabrics and talking about how cool some of them were and how we needed to remember that some of them were here, and we started talking about cosplay and how both of us have really wanted to do cosplay, but we've just never done it. We both know how to sew. We don't really have an excuse. It's just, yeah. So we were like, we should just do it. So I think for BlizzCon we're gonna do something, at least for BlizzCon, and then hopefully for the following conventions that we go to, we'll do like legit costumes. Erin Lee and I have talked about this before too. She really wants to do cosplay. I was like, man, why haven't I done this yet? I made costumes for like 4 years and I never did cosplay. I've never made a costume for myself. So that'll be weird to like take my own measurements and be like, But I don't know, it'll be super fun. I want to be a gnome for BlizzCon. And I think that I've come up with a kind of easy costume. I sketched this and put it up on Twitter like a few minutes ago. But yeah, I like gnomes because they're short and they're steampunky. Two things that I love. They're super like gidgety, which I'm super gidgety, so I like to, I don't know, I feel a kinship with them, so I would love to dress up as one. And I feel like a gnome costume could be really easy. The big part would be the hair. They have, like, most of the time they have like candy colored hair of some sort. So I just need to dye my hair a fun color and then put on a cool vest and it'd be halfway there. I think that Ro wants to be an elf. I don't know, we're still talking about it, but it'll be super fun. The other costume that I really want to do, that I think I also talked to you guys about, is Reverse Annie the Darkchild. Annie the Darkchild is from LOL, and she is so awesome. And I have a wig. Okay, my very first wig that I ever bought, come here! It's like Annie hair! I could totally, and it's human hair, so I can style it. Yeah. So I could totally do a Reverse Annie. Annie the Darkchild is normally in like a purple dress, but there's an alternate skin called Reverse Annie where she's in a bear costume. It's so cute, and the really fun part about that costume would be figuring out how to do the eye on it, because on the bear, on the hat part of it, there's one glowing green eye. I'm like, ooh, I would have to figure that out. It would be super fun. Yeah, so that would be a really fun costume to do. And they have really cool like fuzzy fabrics that you can get, but I wouldn't want it to be too long because you don't want it to be unwashable. So, but I think it would be a pretty easy costume to do. I don't know. So I'm kind of jacked. Like, we've both been talking about it a lot today, so we're both really excited about it. Erin Lee and I have talked about being not Al, Ed and Winry before. That would be funny. Obviously I would be Ed. And I know that he's not that short forever, but he's short for most of it. So you can't be too upset with me. Yeah, and Erin Lee would just be the perfect Winry. Like, it would be so easy. You wouldn't have to do a thing. Just be like, overalls, hold some wrenches. Oh, it's perfect. It would be so simple. The hard part about Ed would be the arm, which I thought about for way too long. I thought about how I would do the arm for like 3 days straight, and then I was like, gotta stop thinking about this. Yeah, cosplay. Cosplay is interesting. There's a, it's not a convention, it's like a gathering called USITT. It's for theater technicians, and when I was in college, I won an award for my costume design. No, it was when I did crafts. Costume crafts are like the accessories that a costume has that don't count as props. And I was head for costume crafts in this big musical that we did. And it was so many! It was too many. But they sent me to USITT as my award for that, and it was so exciting. And there was like a big forum there that was about cosplay, because there's so many costuming heads and like costuming teachers. Sorry, I'm like tripping over myself. Costuming teachers and heads of costume departments just in general in theaters that don't even realize that cosplay exists, or that there are so many kids that are about to go into college that already know how to do way more than a lot of costume technicians know how to do, just because they made so many costumes while in middle school and high school. It's like so much untapped talent out there that nobody is utilizing. Oh, it kills me. Yeah, when we went there I was like, that is so true, because I didn't know anybody at my school. There was nobody that I took costuming classes with that did cosplay. No one. And that blew my mind, because I was like, there have to be people at my school. Like, it's a smaller school, but there have to be people at my school that did cosplay and know how to do some, like, kind of primitive sewing stuff, at least. But I don't know, blew my mind. I was like, oh, more people need to do this. But then at the same time, it's like, just because you do cosplay doesn't mean that you would care to do costuming, like, for your life. But still, I think that if somebody, I know people who, if they had been approached by someone saying, hey, I've seen some of your costumes and they are crazy good, would you like to have a scholarship to come to my college? They would be like, yeah. Like, people be talented. Like, I think a lot of people, when they think of cosplay, don't think of the really good cosplay that's out there. There are people at those conventions that go above and beyond for their costume. It is insane. So, Ro was getting frustrated because a lot of the really good costumes, if the person has been interviewed by somebody about, like, oh, how did you make your costume? Typically their answer is, well, I sewed all of it and then my engineering friend helped me with the rest. And she's like, she's like, I don't have an engineering friend. Like, oh, I have engineering friends in Oregon. And even then, I don't think that they would be the type of engineering friend where if I said, hey, you want to help me make wings? They'd be like, sure. It would be like, hey, do you want to build me a hydraulics base for something? They'd be like, sure. That one's more likely. Somebody in the comments is gonna go, hydraulics base, ? And I'll go, shh, shh, no words, just emotions, just let it happen, experience the hydraulics base. And now we'll move on. Anywho, Warp Zone is having like a get-together at their place, so I think I'm gonna go to that. Just gonna like hang out and play video games and stuff, so I'm excited for that. Should be fun. Maybe we'll play Ascension, my new crack. No, hopefully we won't, because otherwise it's all over. I'm just gonna be playing Ascension all night. But yeah, I hope that you guys had a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.